Okay, welcome back to another episode of Infamous Gangsters on my channel, your weekly series. This obviously comes out every Thursday now on my channel. So, at the end of the last episode, I did myself to hospital to make sure my health can get back up to 100%, and it only got me up to 88. As you see now, I did myself off camera again, and now we are back to 100% health. Basically, we got shot at, but thankfully, due to the protection we had, we did survive. I don't think if we had any, we would have probably died. Anyhow, because of that, I upgraded my protection to Packer body armor and my gun to a Beretta 92 FS. We also got promoted to Hitman, as you probably could tell from the title of the last video, and obviously was a part of the Crewnoid. We've got $19.2 million in the bank. Let's start off this episode then by trying to commit some of these crimes here and seeing if we can get some substantial amount of money from them, which is obviously key. We can pretty much do them all, bar steal another player, and hijack a helicopter, because they are very tedious crimes to go ahead and commit. Alright, okay, I think I clicked the wrong one. Rob a gang, yes. Someone from another player. I believe it was robbing a gang, yeah. That's the one, like I said, is quite an annoying one to do, to be honest with you. So rob a gang and hijack a helicopter. They're very tedious crimes to go ahead and commit, and you know, I don't really like committing them. Anyway, we managed to still steal nothing from this guy called Yazers. Why we would try and steal off him if he doesn't, I mean, he's beyond me, to be honest. And as you can see, as I was scrolling through, a lot of the other crimes bring us a nice bit of money. This hijacking a public bus, $700,000, really nice to see, and the various other bits and pieces we did pick up from the other crimes that we are able to commit. Let's go ahead and now go over to the GTA. These are all the cars that we do indeed have. Link to the previous episode in this series will be in the description below in the playlist that contains all these videos that I've done on my channel so far. Let's go ahead and try and steal a car and see if we can get a nice car from it. And I can start the episode perhaps. So here we go. And we get a Fiat 500 at Bath. We already have one of those, but it's another car, and we're not actually in prison. You know, we didn't get caught during, which is good to see. So, not the car I was after, but you know, it's not too shabby, to be honest with you. Now, what I'd like to do is commit another organised crime. What I'm going to try to do is commit to one every episode, which would be nice. So we're bringing in money all the time, which is nice to see. It can be rather a tedious progress trying to to commit to an organised crime and create one. So I'll be back in just a second. I'll spend a few minutes off camera trying to get one together, and I'll be back, guys, in just a second. That didn't take very long. Didn't really want to go ahead and create an organised crime for myself, but that can take quite a while. So I just asked a guy who was looking for someone to join his OC, and then there we are, he's invited me. So let's accept that, and we just need to wait for him now to assemble everyone together and then commit the organised crime. So it won't bring us as much money as we would get for actually committing the crime ourselves and being the leader, but it will still bring us at least $1.5 to $2 million. So, you know, that isn't too shabby if you ask me. Okay, we'll do those crimes a day. Obviously now, with the money we have, these aren't bringing as much as they used to in terms of I'll rank now. That aside, we did also travel to Moscow at the end of the last episode, and obviously we are there now in Russia, the capital. As you can see, finding money in the garbage, that only brings $52 now, so it's not much of a substantial amount that really makes a difference to us anymore. What we could do is, whilst we wait for this organised crime to be committed, oh no, it has actually been committed now. As you can see, we did successfully commit the crime with my team, and you know, the guy who committed it got $7.9 million out of it. So that is quite a lot more than I tend to get if I commit it, and that's because he's quite a high ranking in terms of you know, the higher rank you are, the more money you'll get from committing an organised crime. And obviously, as we did just commit an organised crime, we'll have to wait at least a whole other episode before we can do one. But that's what I'm going to be trying to do in this series, committing one every episode if I can, and you know, that does allow my rank to go up quicker and faster as well, which is what we want to see. We are obviously now a hitman, so you know, we are making our way up the pecking order relatively nicely. Let's go ahead and try and commit some sort of a crime of breaking someone out of jail. So this guy called Death Star's here. He's got 1 million reward on his name. Let's see if we can get lucky and break him out of jail. I don't tend to get lucky, and I doubt I will now. Here we go. Oh no, he's already out. So let's try this guy. He's out. Nope, didn't work. I just knew it. And that guy only had like $20,000 on top of his name, so that was pretty much a waste of time. In contrast to the other guys who, you know, respectively with $1 million and $800,000 on top of their head. So we are in prison now for a few annoying seconds. We've got $1 reward on top of our head. Whilst I wait for that to go away and for us to be out of prison, unless we get broken out, I'll be back with you guys in just a second. Okay, so our time in jail is up. Unfortunately, nobody broke us out, which is a bit of a shame, but still we managed to save $1, so there we go. Let's go ahead and commit another one of these GTAs. Obviously, at the start of the episode, we managed to pull in a Fiat 500 in Bath. Let's see if we can better that, or will we end up in prison? Hopefully not the second option. And we got another Ford Focus 2015. I mean, I swear, this game loves giving me either Fords or Volvos, or, you know, just Fiats. Really? At least it didn't put us into prison again. That would have been annoying, but not exactly what I was after in terms of a car. We only had that one rare car. Obviously, right at the start of the series, I managed to pull in a Ferrari Enzo. But being the moron I was at the time, I showed you what would happen if I tried to repair it, and I lost it. And yeah, I lost a very rare car, basically, to summarize what I'm trying to say. So that is annoying, but I suppose it is what it is. So you can't really do anything about that. Anybody at the hit list, I do tend to have a little look every now and then, see if anybody's on here to buy off, or for anyone else to buy off. Nobody on it at the moment. I would like to find out who actually shot at me, so maybe I can go after them or something. But you know, it doesn't tell you if someone shot at you or anything like that, which is a bit of a bummer. But you know, it is what it is. The price for bullets here in Moscow is $1,000. And it's currently held by Decay and owned by Nightlife, but unfortunately they don't actually have any bullets here right now, which is a bit of a shame. But you know, we do have a substantial amount of bullets, so that's nothing we need to be worried about at the moment. Back in over to jail we can head. You know, there are a few players here we can try and break out, but really they don't have that very much tempting rewards on top of their name, so I'm not exactly feeling busting someone out. So you know, I'm good, to be honest with you. We could go ahead and buy ourselves a car, actually, but I mean, the cars that you can go ahead and get, we're talking the custom cars, they are insanely expensive. Just to basically show what I'm saying, this is a custom McLaren V14, and it's going for $700 million. And when you look at the car, you can kind of see why, to be honest with you. That's what the kind of predicament I'm facing. I don't know what to use the money for, but obviously we can keep building up the money. You know, to get a car like this, for example, the Porsche Carrera 4S, but still out of our price range, to be honest. So, you know, considering it does say we are very rich, and we're extremely rich actually now, we are still unable to really get anything with that money, which is a bit of a bummer, to be honest with you. So, I mean, I don't really have the most knowledge of this game, but if there is something we can do, obviously, to try and use that money wisely, do we save it up, or do we get something out that we can get? I mean, this is an Audi A8 and we still need at least another $9 million just to get that, so you know, these cars are very, very expensive. I mean, like, insanely expensive. Obviously, I'm presuming there's things like the Volvo here, they're not going to go for much. As you can see here, there's one, the Volvo 440 GL, it's going for $1. So, you know, I can literally just go ahead and buy that. I just bought it for $1, so you know, it's quite a stark contrast. A car like the Volvo and a car like a Ferrari or something. The stark contrast it goes from how much money it costs. You know, it's amazing, if you ask me. I was wondering if I could actually commit a crime with my crew, but I've never really seen anybody in my crew actually commit one. As you can see, there are only me and this silent new guy, one line from this crew member called Noid, No Identity. And I doubt this guy is probably wanting to do a organised crime anytime soon. Anyway, that will bring an end to this episode of Gangsters on my channel. Didn't really get much done. We managed to commit an organised crime, got a bit more money in the bank. We bought one of the best cars in the game, a Volvo. I explained to you how we got shot and all that, or shot at. And yeah, you're going to get episodes like this every now and then in this series, but you know, it is what it is. If you'd like to see another episode of this series we upload next week, definitely let me know by liking the video, subscribing to my channel for more content like this. Until then, I've been the legendary the entertaining Turk, not the legendary Turk, the entertaining Turk. Until then, take care of yourselves, guys, and yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Peace.
Yeah.